Have you ever wondered how some students seem to learn faster, remember longer, and stay focused for hours, while the rest of us get distracted after just 10 minutes? It almost feels unfair. You sit down to study, open your notes, and before you know it, your phone lights up, your mind drifts, and your motivation disappears. But somewhere in Japan or China, a student your age might be doing the exact same thing, except with a quiet kind of discipline that just works. So what do they do differently? What are their habits? Not the cliches, but the real, tested methods that help them study faster and smarter. In this video, we'll explore 7 study secrets from Chinese and Japanese students. Methods that aren't about overworking, but about efficiency, mindset, and structure. By the end, you'll understand exactly how to learn more in less time and how to apply these cultural lessons to your own study routine, no matter where you're from. The first secret is something called Kaizen, a Japanese word meaning continuous improvement. It's a mindset that focuses on tiny progress, not perfection. Instead of trying to change everything overnight, like suddenly studying 5 hours a day, Kaizen says, just improve by 1% today. Maybe today you sit for 5 extra minutes. Tomorrow you review 1 more flashcard. By the end of the month, that small step turns into momentum. Many Japanese students grow up with this idea that mastery comes from daily effort, not sudden bursts of motivation. It's the same reason they practice calligraphy, music, or math drills so patiently, not to be perfect now, but to be better than yesterday. And if you think about it, that's the opposite of how most of us study. We cram for exams, burn out, and then stop completely. The pitfall: don't confuse Kaizen with perfectionism. You're not supposed to be flawless, just consistent. Secret number 3 is about how students in Japan and China take notes. They don't just copy, they process. This mirrors the Pomodoro technique, where you work for 25 minutes, then rest for 5. But Asian students take it further. It's treated like discipline training. Imagine this. A student sets a timer, sits upright, and commits fully for those 25 minutes. No multitasking, no glancing at the phone. When the bell rings, they stretch, drink water, and over a 3-hour session, this pattern builds focus and energy. It's almost meditative, like sharpening your mind repeatedly. Mini story: a Japanese student once told me, "The timer is not for my work, it's for my mind." Each ring was a reminder to stay present, to bring full attention to now. Pitfall: don't treat breaks as an excuse to scroll. Rest is meant to refresh your focus, not scatter it. Secret number 3 is about how students in Japan and China take notes. They don't just copy, they process. You'll often see them rewriting class notes neatly after school, not for aesthetics, but for understanding. Psychologists call this active recall and elaboration. When you rewrite something in your own words, you're forcing your brain to rethink it, which strengthens memory. Chinese students especially use deep notes, turning a concept into diagrams, arrows, or questions. It's visual learning done by hand. One example: instead of writing photosynthesis equals sunlight plus water plus CO2, arrow glucose, a student might draw a small plant, arrows showing inputs and outputs, and write "why sunlight" first next to it. This small act transforms memorization into curiosity. Pitfall: don't rewrite everything blindly. Ask, does this note help me think or just look pretty? In both Japan and China, studying isn't always a solo mission. Students often study in groups, but not for chit-chat or gossip. It's for accountability. When everyone around you is focused, your brain automatically tunes into the same wavelength. It's a form of social conditioning. In Japanese schools, there's even a culture of gamma, enduring hardship together. If one student stays late to review, others often do too. It's not competition, it's shared discipline. Mini story: a Chinese high school I visited had silent study sessions where an entire hall of students studied together. No talking, no phones, just pages turning. The atmosphere alone made you want to stay focused. Pitfall: studying alone all the time can make you feel unmotivated or lost. Once a week, try a focused group session, even online, where everyone silently works. The presence of others multiplies focus. Secret number 5: review is not repetition, it's strategy. Both Chinese and Japanese students often follow structured review systems, similar to the pyramid method. Imagine a pyramid. At the base, you review what you learned today. A few layers up, you review what you studied last week. At the top, once a month, you do a light recap of everything. This is essentially spaced repetition, proven by neuroscience to strengthen long-term memory by increasing intervals between reviews. Each review layer reinforces older knowledge just as it begins to fade. Over time, that fading curve flattens and memory becomes solid. Secret 6: the morning focus ritual. In many Japanese high schools, students start the day not with phones but with silence. or light reading before classes begin. This morning discipline isn't accidental. It's rooted in the concept of seiza, sitting calmly to align body and mind. Even 5 minutes of stillness or slow journaling before study changes your brain's rhythm. Neuroscientists call this pre-task calibration. Your mind becomes less reactive and more attentive. Pitfall: don't rush into studying right after waking up or scrolling. Your brain needs stillness to reset its attention span. The final secret: respect for the process itself. In Japanese classrooms, even cleaning is part of education. Students sweep floors, organize desks, and bow before lessons. It's not about chores, it's about ownership. You respect the space where you learn, and that mindset carries into how seriously you treat your studies. That daily ritual teaches something profound. Studying is not just an activity, it's a form of self-respect. A teacher once said, "Learning is gratitude in motion." When you study, you're not just collecting knowledge, you're honoring your future self. Western students can learn from this humility. It's not about grades or showing off, it's about doing your best quietly every day. Pitfall: don't turn these habits into obsession. You're not meant to copy Japan or China's intensity. Take the spirit, not the pressure. So how do you apply all this? Start small, choose one habit, Kaizen, Pomodoro, Deep Notes, or Morning Focus, and master it for 1 week. Then stack the next habit on top. Within 2 months, your study system transforms naturally, without force. Because the goal isn't to study like someone else. It's to build a system that works for you, inspired by timeless methods that have helped millions. From Tokyo to Beijing, from small towns to global universities, these habits have shaped generations of disciplined learners. And though cultures differ, the truth stays the same. Consistency beats intensity. Every great learner you admire started with just one quiet moment of focus. One page, one timer, one small improvement. As the Japanese saying goes, do it a little better than yesterday and a little worse than tomorrow. So, next time you sit to study, don't chase motivation. Create momentum, one disciplined moment at a time. Because smart studying isn't about working harder. It's about respecting the process.